All right, so today we're going to be doing a deep dive into something really fascinating that, I've been wanting to explore for a while. This whole idea of like reprogramming your subconscious mind,
Hmm.
specifically like, aligning it with the law of one, which I think is a
Yeah.
really intriguing concept.
Yeah.
And we've got, a blend of spiritual texts and personal anecdotes here. So
It's a pretty unique mix.
it's going to be a very unique exploration.
It is an interesting intersection, where we've got these ancient spiritual principles and then we bring in modern psychology, and
Yeah,
they both kind of have their own unique perspective on the power of the subconscious. So,
absolutely. So to kick things off, let's maybe just get a clear understanding of this law of one.
yeah.
What does it actually mean,
Okay.
and how does it relate to our subconscious?
Okay, so the law of one, and it's described in, the book of the same name, and it really boils down to this idea of unity, that we're all interconnected. All beings are interconnected. We're all essentially sparks of the same divine source.
Okay, so it's like this idea that, we're all part of one big cosmic consciousness,
Yeah,
all connected.
exactly.
That makes sense. But how does this tie into reprogramming our subconscious?
Well, that's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
You see, our subconscious minds are incredibly powerful. They're constantly shaping our reality based on our deepest beliefs and impressions.
Right, like in the power of your subconscious mind, it talks about how our subconscious doesn't judge whether a belief is positive or negative.
Yeah.
It just takes it and runs with it.
Exactly. And if those beliefs are contradicting the law of one, if they're rooted in separation, fear, or judgment, then our subconscious is just going to keep creating experiences that reflect those beliefs.
Hmm. So it's like we're trying to live a life of unity and love, but our subconscious is stuck in this pattern of separation.
Precisely. And that's why this reprogramming of the subconscious is so crucial. It's about aligning our deepest selves with that principle of unity.
Mm.
It's about bridging that gap between our conscious desires and our subconscious programming.
Now, this law of one material, it also mentions wanderers, right? Like these beings from higher densities incarnating on Earth to help humanity evolve.
Right.
Could that tie into this idea of aligning with the law of one?
It's a very interesting concept to think about. If we are all connected, if we're all part of this one cosmic consciousness, then the idea of souls coming from elsewhere to help raise the vibration here on Earth
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense. Maybe reprogramming our subconscious, aligning ourselves with the law of one, is a way to connect with that higher purpose, to tap into that universal energy.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
So how do we actually begin to reprogram our subconscious? Like, what are some practical techniques that we can use to align it with this principle of unity?
Well, there are a few key approaches. One that's often emphasized is affirmations.
Okay, I've heard about affirmations.
Yeah.
It's about, repeating positive statements to ourselves, right?
Exactly. But in this context, it's about consciously choosing affirmations that reflect the principles of the law of one. So, for example, instead of just saying, I am wealthy, we might say, I am connected to the abundance of the universe, and I share that abundance freely with others.
So it's about framing our affirmations in a way that reflects unity and interconnectedness.
Exactly. It's about shifting our focus from a sense of lack to a sense of abundance,
Hmm.
from a sense of separation to a sense of oneness.
That makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
Now, in addition to affirmations, are there other techniques that we can use to reprogram our subconscious?
Absolutely. Visualization is another powerful tool.
Oh, I love visualization.
Yes.
It's like daydreaming with a purpose.
Yes, exactly. And in this case, it's about creating vivid mental images of ourselves, embodying the qualities of the law of one.
Okay, so I might visualize myself, radiating love and compassion, connecting with others on a deeper level, seeing the unity in everything around me.
Precisely. By repeatedly engaging in those visualizations, we're sending powerful messages to our subconscious, helping it to rewire itself for alignment with the law of one.
It's like we're planting seeds in the garden of our minds.
Exactly.
And with consistent nurturing, those seeds will eventually blossom into real-life experiences.
Yes.
Now, I'm curious about this idea of the supreme subconscious wish that's mentioned in How to Unlock Your Subconscious Mind.
Right.
How does that fit into this whole reprogramming process?
That's a crucial concept. Essentially, it suggests that our subconscious has a deep-seated desire, a wish that guides our actions and shapes our reality.
Okay, so if we can align that supreme subconscious wish with the law of one.
Exactly. That's where the real transformation happens. It's about aligning our deepest desires with the principles of unity and love.
But how do we even know what our supreme subconscious wish is? It sounds pretty deep.
It requires introspection, self-reflection.
Okay.
We need to ask ourselves, what truly brings me joy? What do I feel passionate about?
Mhm.
What kind of impact do I want to make in the world?
So it's about digging deep and connecting with our core values, our deepest aspirations.
Yes.
And if those aspirations are aligned with serving others, with contributing to the greater good,
Yes,
then we're on the right track.
precisely. It's about aligning our personal desires with the greater purpose.
Okay, that's a powerful idea. Now, besides affirmations and visualizations, are there any other techniques for reprogramming the subconscious?
Well, one technique that's often discussed in this context is hypnosis.
Okay.
And in 5 ways to program your subconscious mind for success, they talk about how hypnosis can help us access those deeper levels of the mind where our core beliefs reside.
Hypnosis. That's fascinating. So it's like a guided journey into our subconscious,
Yes.
helping us to gently shift those deep-seated beliefs into alignment with the law of one.
Exactly. It's a way to bypass the conscious mind and directly communicate with the subconscious.
So we've talked about affirmations, visualizations, and hypnosis. These all sound like great tools for reprogramming the subconscious. But are there any real-life examples, any success stories that demonstrate how these techniques can actually work?
Absolutely. In fact, the power of your subconscious mind includes a really compelling story about a Protestant minister who used affirmations and visualizations to heal himself from lung cancer.
Whoa, lung cancer. That's serious. Tell me more about that.
Well, he was diagnosed with this advanced lung cancer and given a very grim prognosis. But instead of giving up, he decided to actively engage with his subconscious mind.
He took his healing into his own hands.
Yeah.
I love that.
Hmm.
What did he do specifically?
Several times a day, he would practice deep relaxation techniques to quiet his mind and his body. And then in that receptive state, he would repeat affirmations like, "The perfection of God is now being expressed through me," or "The idea of perfect health is now filling my subconscious mind."
Wow, so he was really consciously replacing the idea of illness with the idea of perfect health,
Exactly.
essentially reprogramming his subconscious.
Exactly. And what's incredible is that he actually made a full recovery, much to the astonishment of his doctors.
That's an incredible story.
Yeah.
It really shows how powerful the subconscious mind can be, especially when we actively engage with it.
Yes, it highlights the potential for healing not just on a physical level, but on an emotional and spiritual level as well.
Right. If we can heal from something as serious as lung cancer through subconscious reprogramming, imagine the possibilities for overcoming other challenges,
Absolutely.
to transforming our lives in alignment with the law of one.
That's the key takeaway here. It's about recognizing the power we have within ourselves to create change.
Now, you also mentioned a story from the Law of One, Book 5, that offers a more personal perspective on the challenges and triumphs of embodying the law of one.
Yes.
What can you tell us about that?
So this story is about a woman who was deeply committed to the law of one and dedicated to serving others, but she struggled particularly in her relationships. And it's a reminder that even those on a spiritual path still face human challenges.
That's so relatable. We all have those human experiences to navigate those ups and downs in our relationship.
Do.
What specific challenges did she face?
She often neglected her own needs and boundaries, which led to imbalances in her relationships. It's a common struggle when we focus so much on helping others,
Yeah.
but it highlights the importance of balance, you
Yeah.
know, honoring our spiritual aspirations while also taking care of ourselves.
Right. It's not selfish to have needs or set boundaries.
No.
It's essential for healthy relationships.
It is.
Yeah.
And she also resisted accepting support from others. She wanted to be self-sufficient.
Okay.
But as her challenges grew, she realized the value of allowing others to help. It underscores that interconnectedness at the heart of the law of one. We're
Yeah.
not meant to do this alone.
Right.
We can lean on each other.
That's a beautiful reminder. We're all interconnected and we can draw strength and support from each other. So if you're feeling inspired by these stories, it's worth giving these techniques a try.
Yeah,
Start with small, manageable steps and see what unfolds.
absolutely. Welcome back. It's fascinating to consider, how we can consciously influence our subconscious to align with the law of one. It's like we're unlocking hidden potential within ourselves.
It is exciting. And, to make me think about those energy centers, the chakras that we touched on earlier, they feel really relevant to this whole idea of subconscious reprogramming.
They absolutely are. The chakras, these swirling energy centers within our being, they aren't just theoretical concepts. They
Yeah.
directly impact our subconscious beliefs and patterns.
So if there's a blockage or an imbalance in a particular chakra, it can actually manifest as like a limiting belief or a negative pattern in our lives.
Exactly. For example, a blockage in the heart chakra The center of love and compassion might make it difficult to truly believe in those qualities,
Hmm,
even if we consciously desire them.
that makes a lot of sense.
Hmm.
So clearing those blockages and balancing our chakras seems crucial for reprogramming our subconscious and aligning with the law of one.
Yes.
But how do we actually go about doing that?
Well, there are several practices that can be very effective.
Okay.
Meditation, for instance, is a powerful tool for working with the chakras.
Meditation. It's something I've always meant to explore more deeply. What's so special about it in this context?
Meditation allows us to quiet the chatter of the conscious mind and tap into those deeper levels of awareness where we can actually sense the flow of energy within our being.
Okay, so through meditation, we can become aware of any blockages or imbalances in our chakras, but how does that actually help reprogram the subconscious?
When we meditate, we're creating a receptive space for our subconscious mind. It's like clearing the clutter from a messy room so we can bring in fresh new furniture. And by focusing our meditation on specific chakras, we can directly address those energy centers.
Okay, I'm starting to see the connection here. It's like we're using meditation to create a fertile ground for those positive affirmations and visualizations to take root.
Exactly. If we're feeling disconnected from our emotions, we might meditate on the sacral chakra, the center of creativity and sensuality. If we lack confidence, we might focus on the solar plexus chakra, the seat of personal power.
And consistently meditating on these energy centers can shift those subconscious beliefs and patterns, bringing them into alignment with the law of one.
It's a practice of aligning our energy with our intentions.
Now, in addition to meditation, what are some other ways to work with these energy centers? You mentioned energy healing earlier.
Yes, energy healing can be incredibly powerful. It encompasses a wide range of modalities, but they all aim to balance and harmonize the flow of energy within the body. Think of Reiki, acupuncture, Qigong.
Yeah.
These practices work with the subtle energy fields that surround and permeate us.
So they're not directly manipulating the physical body,
Right.
but rather working with the energy that flows through it.
Exactly. And by clearing blockages and restoring the natural flow of energy, these practices can have profound effects on our physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being.
And because our energy centers are directly linked to our subconscious, energy healing can play a key role in supporting that reprogramming process.
It's like giving our subconscious mind a deep, energetic cleanse.
It makes me think of yoga too. Isn't yoga also about balancing energy within the body?
Absolutely. Yoga is a holistic practice that combines physical postures, breathing techniques, and meditation. And many of the yoga poses are specifically designed to stimulate and balance different chakras.
So if I'm feeling a bit closed off or fearful, a heart-opening back bend might be just what I need to get that energy flowing.
Precisely. And forward folds can help ground and balance the root chakra, promoting feelings of stability and security.
By practicing yoga, we're not just improving our flexibility and strength.
Right.
We're also cultivating a greater sense of harmony and balance within our being, which in turn supports that subconscious reprogramming.
Yes.
And speaking of energy work, we can't forget about crystals. They have their own unique vibrations, right?
Crystals are fascinating. They possess unique vibrational frequencies that can interact with our own energy fields. And by working with specific crystals, we can amplify and harmonize the energy flow within our chakras.
So it's not just about their beauty. They actually have an energetic effect on us.
Yes. For instance, rose quartz is often associated with the heart chakra.
Right.
It's known for its gentle, loving energy and can be used to promote self-love, compassion, and forgiveness.
I've always been drawn to rose quartz.
Yeah.
It's so soothing and calming. Are there other crystals that are particularly effective for chakra balancing?
There are many. Emeralds, another heart chakra crystal, is believed to enhance harmony and balance in relationships. For the solar plexus chakra, which governs our personal power, citrine and tiger's eye are powerful
The
allies.
citrine is that beautiful yellow crystal, right?
Yeah,
I've heard it's associated with abundance and manifestation.
exactly.
Yeah.
It can help us attract success and prosperity. And tiger's eye, with its warm golden stripes, is a stone of courage and protection.
So if I'm feeling a bit timid or unsure of myself, carrying a tiger's eye might give me a boost of confidence.
It can certainly support you in that way. And for the crown chakra, the center of spiritual connection, amethyst and clear quartz are often recommended.
Amethyst, that gorgeous purple crystal. I've always felt a deep connection to it.
It's a highly spiritual stone known for enhancing intuition and spiritual awareness. And clear quartz, being a master healer and amplifier, can enhance the energy of other crystals.
Wow, the world of crystals is so fascinating. So how do we actually work with them for chakra balancing?
There are many ways you can place them on specific chakra points during meditation. wear them as jewelry, or simply carry them in your pocket.
It sounds like a really intuitive practice.
Yeah,
Just being drawn to a particular crystal might indicate that it's resonating with a certain chakra that needs attention?
exactly. Trust your intuition. It's a powerful guide. But it's important to remember that reprogramming the subconscious is not a one-time event.
Right.
It's an ongoing process that requires consistent effort and dedication.
It's like building a muscle.
Yes,
It takes time and repetition to see results.
exactly.
Yeah.
So make it a practice to meditate regularly, explore different energy healing modalities, incorporate yoga into your routine, experiment with crystals.
It's about weaving these practices into our daily lives, creating a holistic approach to aligning with the law of one.
Yes. And remember to be patient with yourself. Change takes time. It's okay to have setbacks along the way.
We're all on a journey. The key is to keep showing up, keep practicing, keep trusting in the power of our own subconscious minds to create the lives we desire.
We're powerful creators. And by aligning our subconscious minds with the law of one, we're tapping into a limitless source of love, wisdom, and healing. Now, speaking of practical techniques for reprogramming the subconscious.
We've been exploring all these fascinating techniques for reprogramming the subconscious mind, from affirmations and visualizations to working with our energy centers. It's really empowering to realize how much control we actually have over shaping our reality. But I'm curious, are there any other key practices that can support us in aligning with the law of one?
You know, there are a couple that I think often get overlooked, but they're absolutely essential, and those are gratitude and forgiveness. They might seem simple, but they're incredibly powerful tools for shifting our subconscious programming.
Gratitude and forgiveness. I can see how they fit into this whole idea of unity and interconnectedness. But let's start with gratitude. Why is it so crucial in this reprogramming process?
Well, gratitude is like a magnet for abundance. When we focus on what we're thankful for, we're essentially telling our subconscious mind that we're already living in a state of abundance.
So instead of dwelling on what we lack, we're shifting our attention to all the good that's already present in our lives.
Exactly. And the subconscious, being the ever faithful servant, responds by attracting more of those positive experiences.
Right. It's like that saying, what you focus on expands.
Exactly.
I see what you mean. It's like we're priming our subconscious to see the world through a lens of abundance rather than scarcity. And the power of your subconscious mind really highlights this, right?
Yes.
With stories of people using gratitude to transform their lives.
There's one story that stands out about a woman who was struggling financially. She was consumed by worry, her thoughts constantly revolving around lack and scarcity.
That sounds like a recipe for more lack, for sure.
Yeah.
But she turned things around using gratitude.
She did. She committed to writing down 10 things she was grateful for every single day, no matter how small they seemed. A warm cup of tea, a sunny day, a kind word from a friend.
So she was actively retraining her subconscious mind to focus on the positive, even amidst her financial challenges.
Precisely. And as she persisted, amazing things began to happen. She noticed new opportunities for income, and her financial situation gradually improved.
Wow.
It's a powerful reminder that gratitude isn't about ignoring our problems. It's about choosing to focus on the good, even when things are tough.
It's about shifting our perspective, about training our minds to see the abundance that's always available to us. And I imagine forgiveness plays a similar role in clearing out those subconscious blocks.
Absolutely. Forgiveness, though often challenging, is essential for aligning with the law of one. Remember, this principle is all about unity, about recognizing our interconnectedness.
So when we hold on to anger or resentment, we're actually perpetuating separation, both within ourselves and from others.
Exactly. It's like carrying around a heavy weight that prevents us from fully embracing the love and connection the law of one offers.
That's a powerful image. Forgiveness really is about freeing ourselves from those negative emotions that bind us to the past. And how to unlock your subconscious mind emphasizes this, right?
Yes,
That forgiveness is key to inner peace and happiness.
it does. It highlights that forgiveness isn't about condoning someone's actions, but rather releasing ourselves from the bitterness that keeps us stuck.
So it's about reclaiming our power, about choosing freedom over resentment.
Precisely. And when we forgive, we create space for healing and reconciliation, both within ourselves and with those who've hurt us. It doesn't mean forgetting or allowing ourselves to be repeatedly hurt, but rather recognizing that we all make mistakes on our journey.
It's about extending compassion, not just to others, but also to ourselves. We've talked a lot about aligning our thoughts and beliefs with the law of one, but what about our actions? They play a crucial role too, right?
Absolutely. Our subconscious mind is constantly observing our behavior, drawing conclusions based on our actions. So if our actions contradict our positive affirmations and intentions, The subconscious will prioritize the actions every time.
Hmm. It's like we're sending mixed messages.
Yes.
We can talk about unity and love all day long, but if our actions reflect separation and judgment,
Right.
that's what our subconscious will pick up on.
Exactly. So it's crucial to be mindful of our choices and behaviors.
Hmm.
Are we living in alignment with the principles we want to embody? Are we extending kindness, compassion, and understanding to others?
It's about walking our talk.
Precisely. And each time we make a choice that aligns with our higher intentions, we're strengthening those neural pathways in our brains. We're literally rewiring ourselves for greater alignment with the law of one.
And that rewiring process creates a ripple effect, attracting experiences that reflect our newfound alignment.
It's a journey of continuous growth and expansion.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into reprogramming the subconscious for the law of one, I want to thank you for sharing your wisdom and insights. It's been truly enlightening to explore these powerful techniques and concepts.
It's been a pleasure. And remember, dear listener, this journey of aligning with the law of one is an ongoing exploration. Embrace these practices, be patient with yourself, and trust in the incredible power that resides within your own subconscious mind.
Hmm.
The potential for transformation is truly limitless.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, keep seeking, keep growing, and keep shining your light.